Okay, so we are live. Welcome to our channel. My name is Oral Mackenzie, and on this channel, I will teach you how to grow your YouTube channel and help you solve your everyday tech problems. One second, I'm actually hearing a feedback, so let me just fix that. Okay, so now that I fixed that, and this live stream, we'll be actually looking at how you can actually earn a full-time salary on YouTube. So in the chat just for we have jope.com, Crafty Crafter is there. All you guys that are there, we have like 4 or 5 persons watching. Welcome to the live stream. So this is, let me do the housekeeping part of this. This is how we're gonna actually run the live stream. I'm gonna actually do a few YouTube updates. Then I'm gonna actually go into the presentation with the guests that I have after I introduce them. But what I want you to let me know in the chat just now. I'm actually looking on the chat. If you're hearing me properly, if the audio is okay, we want to ensure that the audio is okay first. So let me know in the chat. I'm watching the chat if the audio is okay. So with me today, I'm watching the chat, guys. I'll be checking back on the chat to know if the audio is okay. So with me today is a very special guest. I'm going to introduce her shortly. But before that, I'm going to talk about some YouTube updates. So if you're a gaming channel, you can actually earn a little extra money from YouTube just now, since we're talking about money, because YouTube has recently rolled out this new feature. If you go into your channel, you can see it where your subscribers can actually sign up and when you're on whenever you're doing a live stream for you to earn more money. But this can only happen if you're a gaming channel. YouTube has said they're going to roll it out to other channels shortly. So if you guys are actually seeing this in your channel, let me know in the chat. And I'm actually watching the chat, and Crafty Crafter is saying audio is good. So we're good with audio. So we're good with that. And jope.com is saying hi. She's saying hi to you, Karen. You can just say hi to him. jope.com is saying hi. And there is also another update on YouTube whereby your Creator Studio, if you look at your Creator Studio, you will see that there are some difference in your Creator Studio, where YouTube is actually making the analytics more easier for you to use, see where your subscribers are coming from, and all those beautiful stuff. So we have about 5 persons in the chat. So if you're watching this, say your name in the chat and stuff like that, so we can actually give you a shout out. But those are the main updates that I have for you. I'm just gonna actually introduce the guests that I have, and then I'm gonna allow her to talk to you guys. So we're talking about money. So on YouTube, there are actually 3 main ways to earn money. Of course, there are several ways in which you can earn money on YouTube, but there are 3 main ways. The first way is, of course, Google AdSense, and that is what most smaller YouTube depend on. And you should know how Google AdSense work. Is that the advertiser pays some money to Google. Google will actually split the money between you and them, giving you 55 cents, and they taking 45 cents as a result of every $1 that they earn from your video. And then the advertisement will be shown on YouTube. Your viewers will see the advertisement and then make purchase of the goods or service from the advertiser, and the cycle continue. But that is very small, because the ratio for that is like every 1,000 view you get, you will just earn $1 US, or they will work it out depending on your currency. $1 US for every 1,000 views. And as a small YouTubers, you're not getting the views. So you'll have to get like 500,000 views or stuff like that to see a little earning. The second way, of course, is through sponsorship deal. And again, as a small YouTuber, you're not going to be able to earn, to actually land sponsorship deal, because for Fanbit alone, Fanbit say you have to have like 5,000 subscribers to actually sign up with them to get sponsorship deal. And there is another website named by Seeding It Up. I think the website named Seeding It Up, where allow that small YouTubers can actually land sponsorship deal there. But again, you also have to have a subscriber. You have to have a good audience to earn money there. So the best way to earn money on YouTube is selling your own goods or service. And we have a person that has done it all. She's more like an expert. She has quit her day job and now she earned a full-time salary online. Her name is Karen and she have a YouTube channel by the name of Thrifty Flamingo. So I'm going to hand over to her now. Allow her to introduce herself and you guys and her will have a chat. So, hi Karen, how are you doing?
Hi, everybody. Hi. How is everyone?
They're not going to hear you. So you can just go on and talk to them. I'll be watching the chat and telling you what they're saying in the chat.
Okay.
So I'm in the chat, so you can go on. We're listening to you. You're live.
Okay, so my name is Karen. I was working a full-time job for somebody, and that's just not for me. I do make more money than I did working 40 hours a week by doing multiple different things online. YouTube is just a part of it. My affiliate is just a part of it. I have my hands in many different baskets and I diversify my income and I am loving it. So I am here to answer any questions, help guide you, and let's do this.
So what are some of the ways in which we can actually sell our own goods or service online?
Okay, so, well, first of all, my suggestion, in order to actually have sustainable goods where, you know, it's not just a one hitter, you know, you put something out there and made some money and that's it, is first thing you have to do is you have to create a brand. You need to brand yourself. You know, people need to recognize you, your channel, all of your social media as, you know, what you represent. And then any kind of goods that you decide to, you know, go for, whether you make t-shirts, you know, whether you make like a whole line of coffee mugs and decide to sell it to people, however you do, you know, you need people to sell it to and they need to know it's coming from you. So the Thrifty Flamingo, this is my registered business name. This is where I file my taxes to. And it follows me through all of my social media, no matter where I sell what. So first you need to kind of brand yourself. So when you're making different things and you're getting ideas to go in different paths to market yourself, you know, who are you? Who's buying what from who? You know, you are you, so you need to brand yourself. So most YouTubers, it is, you know, their YouTube channel name. I did it pretty much the opposite way. I was the Thrifty Flamingo before I had a YouTube channel. So obviously I made the YouTube channel the Thrifty Flamingo. No matter what platform I sell on, it is a form of the Thrifty Flamingo, you know, and it all tax-wise is Thrifty Flamingo. So brand yourself, work on your identity. If you don't know, you know, what you are about as a channel, as a business person, then, you know, how are you going to make products that people are going to want to buy? You need to know what you're about first.
Okay, so you're saying the first method to actually sell things online is that you have to brand yourself properly with the same name across all social media platforms. That's what you're saying, right?
It makes it very easy for people to find you. You know, it also helps Google find you, no matter what part of the internet you're hiding on. You know, so when people look, they find me on Instagram, they find me on Facebook, like wherever, because it's the same thing. You know, so if you brand yourself, you become one with the internet. You know, it's not like, okay, in this corner I'm that, in this corner I'm that. Yeah, I have little side gigs that I work. One of my online stores is Pink Flamingo Boutique, because it didn't work with the imaging that I was going for that store. But my whole concept for what I do is all, you know, the Thrifty Flamingo. So yes, try to find brand identity, and that's going to help guide you towards making money and help you expand.
So, okay, so they should be clear on that. And I'm not seeing any much questions coming in the chat. Guys, if you have questions, you need to put them in the chat. I'm looking at the chat, and we're here to answer all your questions as it relates to that. But let us actually go a little bit more in depth. So for some of these small YouTubers, they don't really have much skills, but they want to start out with the idea. So the first thing, I think, after branding themselves, they will have to come up with the item that they want to sell. So what are some of your suggestions, some of the things that will sell across the internet, across your YouTube channel that persons will buy? What are some of the items that you suggest?
Okay, so the easiest thing is anything somebody can wear, whether it be clothing items, even like a keychain, like any kind of accessory. These are also very cheap to make. You know, I've had manufacturers make clothing for me, and the more you buy, the cheaper it is. So you need to buy low, sell high in order to have your profit margins right. So clothing is really easy for people. That's usually where people start their, you know, buy my t-shirt. This is, you know, my brand logo and stuff like that. The creativity, everybody has an issue with that. Even creative people. I will tell you this, if you're sitting there and you're like, I want to make something for my people to wear, you know, I want to kind of like do what that guy is kind of doing, or whatever your motivation is, and you're stuck and you're just like, I can't create this, you know, it will come to you in the most absurd location. It will come to you when you're not thinking about it. It will come to you when you're like walking your dog. You know, it will come to you, I promise. You just have to think about it for like 10 minutes a day, dedicate some time, and then it goes into your subconscious and it's constantly running. And then you will create something, even for the people who are not creative. You know, I'm a very creative person. A very creative person. I always have been. In every aspect, except I cannot draw. And I can't draw. I can draw a stick figure. That's about it. But I am very, very creative other than that. So you don't necessarily have to be an artist. You know, you don't have to.
All right, so let me give them some of my own ideas, and then we're gonna actually keep going. So, for example, like I have the channel Social Media Tech TV, and our belief is that knowledge is power. You could actually do some t-shirt lines saying, hey, with on the front say knowledge is power, we empower, and you could sell those t-shirt for whatever cost you want, and you can make money from that. I see some persons making like mug teacups. You could do that. But more valuable, what you could do, like for example, she have knowledge in how to sell online. She could actually make a course online and sell the course online. Sell the course online, and persons will actually buy the course online. So you can actually make online course and stuff that you are knowledgeable about and actually sell them online. So those are some of my own ideas, but you can come up with your own creative ideas as the product or service that you want to sell. But for me, what I actually sell online is that most of you guys will actually know that you have a nail salon. So we actually offer a service. So most of the earnings come from that, because you know we will have a lot of customers that come to the nail salon, and that's a local service. But if you're actually making courses and selling them, that could be international. Anybody in the world can buy that course or that online thing that you're actually selling. So now that you actually brand yourself, so the first thing is to brand yourself on the internet, and then to come up with the idea of what you want to sell. Then after you've done that, then we're actually going to go now in the process of how you actually go and sell it, where you sell it, what are the websites that you sell it on, and all of those stuff. So Karen, after we actually decided that, hey, Social Media Tech TV is the name across all across the internet, Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, everything, I've decided that, hey, I want to make some t-shirts and sell. How do I actually go about doing that? Which website I should sell them on? How I actually approach it, how I get started, and all those stuff.
Okay, so if you go on Google and you type in, how do I sell clothing online? You're going to get more results than you actually realize. So my suggestion, there's different types of platforms. There are ways where, you know, you create something like Amazon Merchant, you can create it, but you never actually have the product. Amazon will sell your shirts for you. You get a smaller cut of it. If you actually have the product, you know, you make these shirts or you make these lovely coffee cups and you have all like a whole garage full of coffee mugs, where are you going to sell them on? So you would have to do P2P selling. You would, like, eBay is like the biggest one, you know, people put anything on eBay. You could also open up your own website or store, and there are hosts like Shopify where you can make your own store. What you should do, though, is not have your hand in too many areas all at once. You need to do your research. I can't tell you what's good for you, you know, what your business model is. There are a few different types. So you really need to do your research. And then once you realize, okay, hey, I don't want to have the entire left side of my house filled with thousands of mugs that I'm going to sell, I'm going to, you know, give it to a manufacturer and they are going to hold on to it. So you have to choose which is best for your own scenario and your own life. So you can have, if you want, you can even host your own website. So the reason why a lot of people, you know, at first go with big names, they go with Amazon to sell their products. Amazon, I mean, my grandmother has Amazon. My grandmother has Amazon Prime. She loves her 2-day shipping. You know, it's one of like the largest stores out there online. So people go with Amazon just because, you know, how can you compete with that? So if you can't compete with it, why not join it? Other people will go and have eBay. People know eBay. You know, that's been going on for 2002. Don't quote me on that. So they'll go with these very, you know, steady branded places because they have people already coming to their website. People already go on Amazon. They already go on eBay. So all you have to do is put your items on it and it's going to sell, right? Because traffic is already going to that website. The other thing that you can do, and this is the toughest road, this is the road I have not ventured down yet, is you could create your own website. You can create your own website, your own domain. You do need to pay for all that. It also takes some kind of skill, and or you have to pay to outsource for the skill and the, you know, web development. I would definitely have to outsource all that stuff. So that would cost more money as well. And then you would have to find how to drive traffic to your site, a site that nobody's heard of. No one's heard of whatever.com. They're going to Amazon, you know? So that's the biggest problem with just saying, hey, I want to sell things online and I'm going to make my own website. So the way I've been doing it is like kind of like building on itself. I've been selling on eBay since 2008. And that is what was giving me money in order to build my brand, to build myself up, to afford to, you know, kind of spread out on different websites and different types of platforms. If it wasn't for doing that, like I'd still be working 9 to 5, 40 hours a week, making the same paycheck every single week, you know? So I wouldn't go the hardest route first. There is a learning curve, you know? So there you go.
So basically you're saying that the best way to go, which makes sense, is to actually start with eBay or Amazon, where the traffic is already there. Those websites already have traffic going to them. But for eBay, for somebody just getting started, but they don't know exactly what to do. So for eBay or Amazon, I'm just gonna bring you in shortly. For eBay or Amazon, what I want you to do is to actually tell them how exactly they will get started on eBay, because some persons actually don't know exactly how they get started on eBay or Amazon, how they actually sell their product on there. What exactly should they do? what account they should sign up, how they should actually get onto it. But for me, I actually have my own website, and I actually build that on my own. I use WordPress. So what I did was to bought the theme, and you guys can check it out. It's very beautiful. www.socialmediatechtv.com. I bought the theme and actually learn it on my own and customize it to my own styling. So when persons search in Google, they will find my website and the services there. And also they could actually purchase online. They have a e-commerce section to it and all that stuff. But you don't want to set up your website, yes, unless you know how to drive traffic to it, as she was saying. But I actually already know how to drive traffic to my website. So you can do that when you actually learn those stuff. But to get started, you can start with eBay or Amazon website that is actually already receiving thousands, millions of traffic daily. So what she's going to actually dive into now is to tell you exactly how to start on Amazon or eBay. So I'm over to you now.
Okay, so yeah, most people don't have right away that knowledge to just build a website. So they have to get their foot in the door. Like eBay and Amazon, every single person, now you could correct me if I'm wrong, I'm still looking at that chat. Who hasn't heard of either of those? Yeah, you guys have all heard of them. So on eBay, I'll do each one real quick. So on eBay, you have two choices. You can sell as an individual, or you can open up an eBay store. They call it a shop. And it's a subscription plan where you pretty much can sign up for eBay, just like any website you sign up for, your email address. I think you can even do the whole link through Facebook or Twitter thing to create your profile. And then you just hit sell. They had this big thing in the corner and it says sell. Very simple, and you hit sell, and then you look at what you're selling. Are you selling a t-shirt? And they have categories, and it walks you through it. You know, as long as you just hit every pull down menu and you know what you're selling a t-shirt. So you would hit t-shirt. Okay, what size is this? It's a medium, you know, and you fill in pretty much the form. And then at the end, you would hit sell, you know, complete the listing. And then before the listing goes live, it tells you about your fees. Now, this is where they make their money. They need to get something out of the fact that they're bringing all this traffic to their site and they're allowing your t-shirts or your mugs or the whatever it is to be promoted on there and just kind of be listed there. It's not for free. So eBay has a percentage, and it's different depending if you sell individual or store. So eBay also works hand in hand with PayPal. You guys have all heard of PayPal. So PayPal has a small percentage fee as well. So when it gets broken down, it's a little bit under 15% final value, you know. So if you're selling something for like 30 bucks and you only bought it for like $3, that's pretty good. You know, you're still making a very good profit on that. Now, if you decide to open up a store, they give you kickbacks for it. They say, okay, you're going to pay me $25 a month. And for that $25, you can list 250 items for free. You do not have any listing fees. You don't have any insertion. They call them insertion fees because you're inserting the listing onto the website. You have no insertion fees. So you get 250 of them. And you get 250 free insertions on auction styles. So some people, if you have enough items and you have enough product that, you know, you're getting more towards that 500, the 250 and 250, it's worth paying the $25 a month. If you just have a handful of, you know, one box of shirts that you ordered and one box of mugs that you ordered, you're really not going to be making, you know, the benefits of the store. Now, Amazon, they have a very similar setup as well. On Amazon, you can sell, I don't know the term for the individual seller because I never was one. Oh, it's a merchant. Ooh, bam, light bulb. You can be an Amazon merchant, or you can be Amazon FBA, fulfilled by Amazon. I sell Amazon FBA. That's me and my husband's thing. Told you I have my hand in many little cookie jars. My income comes from many different places. So with Amazon, as a merchant, you get to list your things on Amazon. You create your account the same way. They walk you through it. And I'm not sure of Amazon merchants fees. However, for FBA, it's $40 a month. And you're thinking, 40 bucks a month for what? And that's just to like host my items. The reason why I'm FBA, and I pay that $40 a month, is because Amazon gets way more traffic than eBay. People do that one-click ship. I'm sure everybody in this chat room has purchased something off of Amazon at some point or other, maybe multiple times a week, you know? So what happens is, as a merchant, you hold the items at your house, or you can have a storage locker, a warehouse, you know, where you have the items. When the item sells on Amazon, Amazon sends you an email, and it's your duty to go get the item and ship it off to whoever ordered it. Amazon ships you the label via email, but you need to get the item and ship it, take it to the UPS, USPS, whatever it is. Now, Amazon FBA, fulfilled by Amazon, it's kind of in the name. That $40 a month, what it gets you is you get all of your items. Say, I have 500 t-shirts and 250 mugs. That's a lot of stuff, you know. What I would do is I would pack it up in a box, and I would create an order, and I would ship it to an Amazon fulfillment center. Now, they take off a big part of the shipping. My last shipment was 138 pounds between 7 boxes. And anywhere you go to ship 130, almost 140, let's just call it 140 pounds, you're paying a lot of money for shipping. You're paying into the hundreds of dollars for that. I paid a total of $32 shipping for almost $140 worth. So what happens is they have my product now. Amazon has some of my product in Kentucky. They have some of my product in Denver. They have different fulfillment centers. They have all my stuff I sent them. And what happens is when people go on the Amazon website and they say, oh, I want this like Stuffkins, McStuffkins doll right here, and they click on it and they one-click ship, they go to the shelf and it's mine. And they take it down and they ship it out. They get eligible for that Amazon Prime. They get it in 2 days. We all love that 2-day shipping. We got spoiled by that 2-day shipping. Yes, we did. Everybody wants everything so quick now because of Amazon. So Amazon handles all shipping, all customer service. So if the customer receives their item and it was broken, or they didn't like it, or they were mad, you know, bad customer, mad customer, you wouldn't have to deal with them. They call Amazon, and that $40 a month gets Amazon on the phone with them going, I'm so sorry your mug broke. I'm sorry it came to you in 1,000 pieces. What can we do to rectify this? You do not need to do anything about it. So that $40 a month really gets you a lot for a lot. So it depends on what you actually need and are willing to do.
Okay, so I have some questions about Amazon, and then I'm going to jump in some questions about eBay, because I want it to be abundantly clear to all the persons that are watching. So some questions that I will ask is that so let me walk through this thing. So I will purchase my t-shirt. I will go to the person that are designing my t-shirts. I purchase them first. I got my logo and everything stamped on them in different sizes, and I put them in different boxes as related to different sizes, and I label them. And but before that, I would have to go and set up my shop on Amazon. So then I'll get my stuff, and what I will do next is that I will ship these stuff to Amazon itself, and Amazon will ship them all across the globe. And then when somebody purchases them, Amazon will deal with the shipping. So I don't have to pay anything for shipping other than to ship them to Amazon rather than to ship them to individual persons. Let me know if exactly that is how it worked.
That is correct. Amazon takes care of, you are correct, 100%. Another option on Amazon is that you can also have an Amazon account to create items. You can make t-shirts and you never have to actually have them. You can create them and submit your artwork to Amazon. And if they approve it, they will make the t-shirts, they will house the t-shirts, and they will send it out. You do get a smaller cut, but because they're doing it, email them your logo, what you wanted on the t-shirt, pick a t-shirt color and say, I'm going to do this. You know, I want, this is my t-shirt, sell me my t-shirts, Amazon. So they're doing like all the heavy lifting. So you're getting a smaller percentage. A lot of people go that route because it's just that easy. All they have to do is email a logo, email a picture. They're like, oh, that's easy, you know, but you're kind of selling yourself short that way because that's your idea. Whether it's a logo or just like this, all of a sudden you're like, I need that on a shirt. It's really groovy. People are going to love it, you know, and I need to market it. Why would you sell yourself short for like pennies on the dollar when you could just make a bigger cut of it, you know? Because it's your idea. So okay. Amazon has different means to sell your shirt. Yes.
Okay, so the traffic is already there on Amazon, so you don't have to worry about the traffic. So all you have to do is to go to Amazon, set up your store, and then you will actually, I think the better way is to print your own t-shirt, since we're on t-shirt, but it doesn't matter the item. Buy your own stuff, print them, and ship them to Amazon. So the only fee you would have to pay is to ship them to Amazon, and then every shirt, or is every shirt that Amazon sell, they will take 40% out, or it's just a monthly fee that you pay $40. How exactly does that part go?
Okay, so this is where this is why people don't usually just do, say, one run of t-shirts. When people do stuff like that and they open up a whole store and they create all these different things, they have multiple listings and multiple, you know, different variations of things, because they don't just do it for a t-shirt, because it is, and they also have like selling fees as well, and their fees are kind of hefty because it's all wrapped up into, they have like you know, shelf storage, because you're keeping it at their center. So you have to pay them for their pretty much rent, like where your stuff is sitting in their inventory. You have to pay them a small percentage for keeping it on their shelves. You have to pay them a small percentage if it sits on those shelves too long. You created like too many, way too many, or maybe you know, all the sizes sold except for now you have a bunch of like extra smalls, and nobody wants an extra small, and they're just growing dust on the shelf. They're going to charge you like a fee because it's been there way too long. So there are cons to it as well. So people usually don't just do it for a t-shirt. But there are other places like Shopify where you could just make a t-shirt. You got lower fees, but there's multiple selling platforms. So
what about eBay? That's exactly how it works on eBay too. You will actually make the t-shirts, ship them to them. They store them in their inventory, and when a customer buy it, they ship it to the customer. That's exactly how it works.
No. eBay is pretty much person to person or manufacturer to person. You can have if you create t-shirts and you don't want to have them all at your house, you can say pay the manufacturer to store them, or you could pay a place to store them. You know, people do have warehouses or real estate in warehouses where they store their product. The warehouses might not even be in their same state. You know, it might be somewhere else. So when they get an eBay order, they just forward the shipping label to the warehouse, and they ship it out. People just sell what they have. So yeah, you definitely can sell anything, pretty much anything on eBay, as long as it's not illegal or it can't be shipped. you know, because you also have to think of the USPS and the UPS as well, because it's not just the websites. If you're trying to think of a product to sell, really look at, like, most people ship within the United States with the, you know, United States Post Office, the post office. So you look at what is prohibited for the mailman to bring to your door. It might even be like an ion battery. You can't ship nail polish, so don't go getting a nail polish business, because when they put it up in the plane to get it 2 days to California, the pressure of the cabin goes, and that could explode. So I learned that too. I was like, really? Nail polish can explode? What? Perfume, stuff like that. So you really safe. That's what I like to say about it. That's why I sell a lot of clothes online, because clothing is safe. It doesn't matter where you're shipping it from. Easy to store. You know, if I drop a shirt on the floor, it's not going to shatter into 1,000 pieces. You know, clothing is safe. It's, in my opinion, only, you know. So, yeah, eBay is not like Amazon. You have to have the item, or have the item somewhere in order to ship it.
Okay, so basically what you're saying, that eBay is that you have to ship to the customer when they purchase it. But with Amazon, they will store your goods for you in their inventory and actually ship it out to the customer whenever there is a purchase. So that's the difference.
That is the difference. But that's the Amazon FBA. If you are a merchant by Amazon, it's similar format to the eBay. You hold the item and then ship it when you get an order, but you use Amazon's traffic. But for Amazon FBA, yes, they hold on to it and they ship it once you get it there.
So which one would actually, guys, if you're actually watching this live stream, I would love to have the questions coming in the chat. I noticed that we have like 7-8 persons watching, but I'm not seeing much questions in the chat. I'll look. Carrie J have a question. Okay, Carrie J is saying eBay is like Mercury. You know about Mercury?
I do.
Yes,
I've sold on it. Shocker.
So how does Mercury work? Give a solid update on Mercury. And Justin Bennett just joined us. Hi, Justin Bennett. How are you doing? JOP.com is also here. He's saying we are listening. Yes, I know that you guys are listening, but you guys need to let this be actually a conversation. She need to be answering a lot of questions, and I'm the only person that is actually asking questions. I'm not seeing any questions on the chat. AJA Jamaica saying there is also Amazon influencers for YouTubers. Yes, that's just recently came out, where YouTubers can actually have products sell online, affiliate links. That's affiliate link. We're going to get into that shortly. But I'm liking the conversation. I need to see more in the chat. Justin Bennett is saying doing great. Carrie J is saying interesting stuff. Carrie J also said she like your hair. She said she think it's beautiful. So we need to see the chat going, but I'm gonna ask her a few questions now, and I want you guys to be putting in questions in the chat. We want this to be very interactive. We have like what, 8 persons or something like that. So we need to hear the questions. Justin Bennett is asking, what is Patreon? Okay, so let me actually explain what is Patreon to you, and then we're gonna get back to what we're dealing with. So, and Carrie J says she wanna know about affiliate. So some questions are coming in now. So let me ask what I'm gonna actually deal with. Justin Bennett question about Patreon, and then I'm gonna allow you to answer Carrie J question. Said she wanna know about affiliate. So I will allow you to tell her what you know about affiliate, and then I'm gonna tell her what I know about affiliate. So as it relates to Justin Bennett, Patreon is actually a website that YouTube allows you to actually your subscribers actually pay for you to make good content, or actually donate to your channel for you to assist you in making great content. So how it actually works is that you can set up different tier on your Patreon site, and they can pay a monthly fee, depends on the information that you want to relate to them. So you can say tier 1, you will just get my updates in Patreon. So whenever news come out or interesting stuff that I don't want to share to all my subscribers, I will just share it. You may pay $1 US per month or something like that. You can set up another tier where you said, hey, this is $5 a month. So with the $5, all those persons in your Patreon will pay $5 a month. And what you would do is you can actually go on a call with them every month and answer all those questions and stuff like that that they may have a more intimate relationship with them other than just a subscriber on your channel. You can set up another tier that you would say, hey, this is the inner circle. So I will actually help these persons more in growing their channel and stuff like that. So that is actually how Patreon works. So I hope I answer your question, Mr. Justin Bennett. But if you're not clear, put your question in the chat, and that's what we're here for. We'll answer your question. So Justin Bennett, let me know if that answers your question. But now I'm going to hand over to Karen to answer Karen J's question. She's asking, I want to know about affiliate links. So Karen, I'm over to you. Karen J is asking a question.
I'm actually going to hit both really quick. I'm just going to say my 10 cents about Patreon and then be on to affiliate. So Patreon, those are for your ride or dies. Those are for the people that like love you on YouTube so much. Maybe they've even like met you on other forms of social media through your branding. And, you know, maybe you've connected in some way. On Patreon, you get to sell yourself and your own services. Don't be dirty. Like you get to, if your expertise, say you are a gaming channel and like that's your thing, and you know you create a Patreon with the different tiers, you know, he was talking about, you can say, hey, let's play a game together and I can give you pointers. I can see like where you're lacking, and you can sell your services to your niche, you know, and it's very, very niche specific. You don't want your Patreon, if you ever decide to do it, to kind of be all over the place. I am all for selling things online. So I am going to be creating a Patreon because I love the idea, and I like to multiply my incomes. So I'm going to offer my services to actually help people with developing their eBay stores, with using Poshmark and Mercury. And, you know, I've had helped people like pro bono before, a few in the past. It is time consuming to have someone say, hey, all my listings aren't doing that hot. Can you look at, you know, everything I have for sale on my page and tell me why they're not moving? And I created this channel to help people, but it's time consuming and time is money. So I'm going to offer my services once I create my Patreon, but they are your ride or dies. They are the people that are going to follow you, and you create a bond with them. So people that you create that bond with are going to pay, you know, money for you, because it all helps you grow to help them to help you. You know, it's that big cycle. Now, affiliate links. Told you I'll hit them both. So I just started doing affiliate links shortly, not that long ago. I don't know what I was going to say. Yeah, not that long ago. Pretty much what an affiliate link is you get a commission for anything sold when people click on a certain link. Now, affiliate links, almost every single website that you can think of, like bigger websites, anything from Walmart, Amazon, you know, I keep saying the A word, Walmart, Amazon, Target, even makeup brands like Sephora or like shops like that, any kind of website have affiliates. And what you do is you enroll with something that means something to you. It should that you use personally, you know. So I'm an Amazon affiliate because I'm an Amazon FBA member that I was just talking about. So I decided to first do my affiliate links through Amazon because they already know me. You know, it was a very easy setup for me and I didn't have to go through so much vetting because I already sell through Amazon. So they were like, oh yeah, sure, be an affiliate, you know, have an affiliate link as well. So what happens is you can either have most people put their affiliate links on YouTube. And you go and say you shoot your video, your gaming video. I'm going to say with the gamer. And you shoot your gaming video and say you were just playing Destiny 2. My husband's been playing the crud out of Destiny 2. So say it's a newer game. So you've been playing Destiny 2 and you're getting a lot of people loving it. Go on your affiliate Amazon and get the link for Destiny 2 and put it in your profile. So what happens, put it in the description of your YouTube video for Destiny 2. What happens is every single time somebody clicks on that affiliate link and they say, ooh, I want Destiny 2. It looks like a fun game. And they get sent to Amazon, sent to, wherever you're an affiliate. It installs cookies on their computer for 48 hours, 2 days. And say they buy Destiny 2. Video game, $60, right? $60 out the door. They're expensive. You get a cut of that. You get a commission for bringing that person to your affiliate site, to the site, to Amazon, whatever, and they give you a cut of that. Now, it's not any more expensive for the person buying the game. They don't say, hey, it's really $60, but since you use an affiliate link, here's $63. No, it's the same price for the buyer. So there's no hair off the buyer's back. So they click on it. Now, the thing is, if they click on your affiliate link and they want to go check out that video game and they're like, $60, I can't swing it until next paycheck, Now those cookies are still on their computer. They're tracking web stuff. So pretty much if they're still roaming around the website and they see something else that they wanted but was cheaper or whatever, they're like, oh yeah, I did mean to restock on spiral notebooks, or I did mean to buy that backpack, or maybe they even had it in their shopping cart and forgot about it. Now your link brought them back to the site, and if they buy anything else, you still get a commission on it. It doesn't necessarily have to be what your link brought them to. So that's the really good thing about affiliate links is, you don't have to guess or be a know-it-all or have that perfect link, because you just need to bring somebody to the site through the link, and if they buy anything, you get a cut of it. And so what I do on my YouTube channel is I make a list in every single description, and I say, this is the equipment I use. If I shoot a video and I'm actually talking, my recent video, I was talking about using mannequins for displaying, what you're selling and the different types of mannequins. I say, hey, they're down there. And I only personally do affiliate links for something that I've touched and used. I'm not going to promote something that I've never even used or thought of, because that could come and bite me in the butt. What if I'm because you could go find an affiliate link for something that's thousands of dollars, or a $900 camera. And oh yeah, that would be a nice little commission right there. But if you've never touched that camera and you're telling people, hey, it's an affiliate link, and they buy it and they get this camera and it's not that great of a camera, who do you think they're going to blame? They're going to be like, hey, you said this camera was in your YouTube links, So only back links that are that you actually can say, hey, this is pretty good. Or you've already given them, maybe you've done a video on the pros and cons of a certain thing. If you ever do something where it's I know there's that whole genre of unboxing things when people get stuff in the mail and they open up the box, that's a very big thing. So if that's your thing, you should have been an affiliate yesterday. You should have already been doing affiliate links. Here's what happens. If you're opening up boxes, or you're, kind of doing reviews, if you do reviews on anything, and say you're I'm going to review this, yada, yada, yada. Now you've just done and told them everything about it. They got to view the product that they're interested in. They got to hear your opinions on it, got to see it work. All they need is something to bring them to that product. And now if you don't have an affiliate link, what they're going to do is be done watching your YouTube video, open up another browser, go to a website and just buy it straight out, and you're making no money on it. It's really silly not to be an affiliate if you are that type of channel where you do a lot of reviews, or you do unboxings, or you have tons of equipment. Now, some people with very smaller, vloggers, just because you vlog and you're not really having all this product all around, doesn't mean you can't be an affiliate. Even if you don't have products to show people, being a vlogger or that type of style, you can always add affiliate links to what equipment you use. Okay, so you're a vlogger and you walk around town. Well, your camera's on something. It's on some kind of like stabilizer stick or a selfie stick or, you know, the gear. Put an affiliate link on it. You know, put that down in the description. So it doesn't really matter what type of YouTube channel you are. You can definitely have affiliate links, and you do get pretty much a cut of something for just copy and pasting your affiliate links. I hope I answered that right for you guys. I love my affiliate links, and I just started.
Okay. So the only thing I would like to add as it relates to the affiliate link is that if you guys want to see what is a clear example of how you actually set it up on your YouTube channel, if you look in the description of my video, you will actually see the affiliate links listed down in my description. But one thing you need to point out, you need to let persons know this is actually a part of YouTube terms of service. You need to let them know that this link is an affiliate link. And as she was saying, the only links I put down there is actually to the equipments that I actually use to make my YouTube videos. But if you go on my website, you will actually see different Amazon links where I'm gonna put some more on it, where I'm actually selling hair and nail products, because I have a lot of that type of traffic coming to my website. So one thing you have to bear in mind as it relates to affiliate link, you have to know what is your traffic like and try to sell them the right stuff. So if the persons that are watching your channel, they want to know how to grow their YouTube channel, don't try to sell them hair products, because they're just not going to buy. So you have to know what product to sell, what persons, where to put which affiliate link. So that is the tips that you need to take in mind as it relates to affiliate link. Another thing about affiliate link is that if it is that you want to get rid of all the products and stuff like that, you don't want to own any product, or you don't want to have any product, you just want to sell other people's product, you just want to drive traffic to other people's product, then the affiliate link is the best thing for you. And in that way, you know that you will earn less money, because what you're getting is a commission. But when you're selling your own product, you tend to make more money from that. So that's basically the difference between the two of them. So if you guys have any questions as it relates to that, you can put them in the chat, and we're more than happy to answer your questions. But we need to get back to something that we were saying before the questions actually came in. So I'm gonna actually go back to that, but we're taking your questions in the chat. My eyes are pierced on the chat. I'm watching the chat. So just go back to eBay and Amazon. You said you would actually sign up with eBay or Amazon, then you can actually buy your product. You can actually, with eBay, you can store them in your own location. With Amazon, they will allow you to store them at your own location. You will actually have to pay a fee with both websites. But what I need you to explain to them, how, so you put the products with Amazon, you sign up with Amazon, you ship them off to Amazon and all those stuff. When the person actually make the purchase, how do you get paid? The money comes straight to your account, or Amazon send the money to your account, or could you just actually shed some light on that part?
Okay, good. So good, I forgot that part. Well, I didn't forget it, but I forgot to mention it. So with Amazon, it's a paycheck pretty much. You do get an app with your phone, so they're very mobile friendly. You get the Amazon seller app, and every day you open it, it'll tell you, like, today you sold $29.64. I had a big day today. Yeah, and then it'll show you after, you know, your weekly totals. It gives you a graph and everything. On the same page, it'll say balance, and the balance is every 2 weeks. And what your balance is in every 2 weeks, they deposit it, direct deposit into the account that you choose. I believe they could issue you a gift card. I believe that was one of, but most people are like, I want the money. You know, they're not show me the money. So I have it directly set up to my the same account that I have for my affiliate links. So that's also why I chose my affiliate links through Amazon too, because of their traffic source. You know, people see a link that says Amazon, and even the shortened links, because you could get the shortened link through the Amazon with the affiliate links. They see Amazon, it's a trusted website. It's not one of those shady sites where it's like, am I going to get a virus on my computer? Is this going to take me to some guy's basement and like who knows where? Like, you know, it's a trusted website. So with the FBA, you get paid every 2 weeks. I just got my paycheck today, actually. They do it every other Friday. And then, you know, with the weekend happening, I wake up Monday and it's always direct deposited. The first one took till Tuesday because it took an extra day because we were new with the bank accounts and their accounts and the going between. But now every 2 weeks, it comes on Monday, every 2 weeks. So I get paid check. Now with the eBay, with eBay, they, like I said before, they work with PayPal. They work through PayPal. So PayPal is the money moderator of the website. eBay doesn't handle money. There's no part on the website to withdraw it. So you do need to have a PayPal account. And I believe in today's age, most people do or easily could have a PayPal account, and that's on you. You can either keep your money in PayPal and, you know, go shopping online, or you can hook up a bank account, debit card. Yeah, the multiple ways. You could transfer it to your mother if you want to pay your mom back for something, you know how PayPal is. So you choose when to withdraw your money and how much to withdraw. Amazon pays you what you've earned for those 2 weeks.
So two quick questions. One question in the chat, Justin Bennett is asking, how about taxes? That's a very good question. Another question that is added to it, for the direct bank deposit, is this only available to persons that are in the USA? It's available for persons outside of the USA?
For Amazon?
For both of them.
Okay, so eBay is, I believe, the entire globe. You could sell. I'm pretty sure PayPal is also the same way because it converts the currency. Now Amazon, I don't know. I don't know because I've never had to know because I'm in the U.S. selling to, you know, U.S. I don't know if you can or can't with the Amazon. Now, yeah. I never even thought to wonder that. That is a good question. I might find out later to satisfy my curiosity because I don't like not knowing things.
Okay.
Right.
Okay, Justin, I'll just answer your questions because I actually had researched this just before. For if you're outside of the USA, you won't pay any tax as an affiliate marketer. I'm not sure about selling your own products as an affiliate marketer with Amazon, but if you're in the USA, you'd have to pay taxes as it relates to Amazon. As it relates to outside of the USA, you can still become an affiliate marketer for Amazon. But when you're signing up, they're going to use your telephone number to verify you. So if you're using a local number in some other country, you might not get that call. So what you need to do to be verified is that you need to go on Skype and buy a phone number, buy an international phone number. And when they call you, the call will come to you through Skype and you just answer and just verify your account. Well, that's exactly how I did it. So I hope that answers your questions. But guys, if you have any more questions, you need to put them in the chat and let us keep going. But before they put the more questions in the chat, I have another question. Let me see, something is in the chat. AJA Ancestor Healing Channel is saying, for banking, you could get a Pioneer credit card. Okay, I also have a Pioneer credit card, so that's good. That worked good also, and it's easy to get a Pioneer card, and they will actually ship it to you. So that's good value there. AJA Ancestors Healing. But guys, if you have any more questions as it relates to the chat, to the topic that we're talking about, put them in the chat. I'm actually looking at the chat and I'll be answering all your questions. But before you put your questions in the chat, I have a questions for Karen, and I'm actually going to answer the question just now. Karen, what I want to know is, what are some of the best selling stuff on Amazon or eBay? What are some of the stuff that you are selling that is making the biggest money for you? We want to know that. So we're actually going to have you tell us about it.
Okay, so that is a very, very broad question. What's going to make me money? Everybody wants to know, hey, give me an item and I'm going to like make all this money. That's a very broad question. It depends on price point. It depends on category. You really can't compare, say, like a $1,500 camcorder to like designer jeans. You can't really do it, you know. So in different categories, there are things. Personally, I sell a lot of clothing. I sell a lot of vintage toys. Anything, my husband loves toys. He loves anything with video games. He loves anything old school from the 80s. We just sold today, I just shipped it out, a 820 pieces Connects. You guys know what Connects? They like connect and it builds a roller coaster that had over 2 feet of track. And I'm like, my husband bought it for $2 at a yard sale and had he sat there counting out the pieces, every piece. We turned that $2 into $38. That's a good payday. It's a very good flip right there, you know. But this time of year, jeans are my bread and butter. I sell denim. The reason being is denim holds their value a little. Clothes depreciate. You could go get a brand new like Michael Kors shirt, and the moment you take it home, it's not worth that much money anymore, you know. So clothes depreciate, but jeans, people, you know, they find that favorite pair of jeans that fits them oh so right, and they loved it, and then they want every other pair of jeans to be like that again, and they get very brand loyal to their jeans, and people are not, you know, they're willing to pay up for a good pair of jeans. You know, they don't want like a $10, $15 pair of jeans from like Target. They want to pay like $50, $60, $80 for a pair of jeans because they last. They last, and you know, they do hold their value and they're worth longer. So that's me with the clothing. That's what I would say. In the summertime, it's all about seasonal stuff. So summertime, spring, summertime, you're looking at bathing suits. You're looking for anything for beach related, you know, any kind of accessory for beach related. You got those big floppy hats. Those are very hip. If you're looking to get into clothing or anything like very specific, you need to immerse yourself in that. And what I mean by that is I primarily sell clothing on multiple platforms, and I go shopping all the time without buying a thing. And I tell my subscribers this all the time. I tell them, I'm like, I go to the mall and I walk through the mall, but I don't buy anything. Why? Because I'm looking at trends. I'm looking to see what's on mannequins. I'm looking to see what popular colors are around. Right now I see a lot of red and black, like darks, like black and blackish blues. I see red, and I've also seen a lot of periwinkle. You guys know what periwinkle is? It's like a bluish purple. It's also fun to say, periwinkle. But that's how I know what's going to be selling, because I see by walking what's already in stores and what people are already buying for full price. I see what's trendy right now. You know, some people will read magazines or like look online. So you need to immerse yourself, whether it be online, whether it be physically, with whatever it is that you want to get into and sell. You need to educate yourself, because especially with fashion, it's changing all the time. So not one item is going to make you money all the time. It's not like, give me that one item, because it depends on type of year, time of year. You know, think about, this is a perfect example, time of year. There's always that like 1 or 2 toys for Christmas that nobody could get their hands on. Like last year, it was the Hatchimals. Everybody wanted a Hatchimal, and people were fighting over them. When I was like really little, like people were like going crazy over Furbies. Yeah, they were going nuts over these Furbies. People like punched each other over these Furbies. I remember this. So it's some people get lucky. Some people, you know, you can't really predict with so much time frame. Hey, this is going to be the it toy for like Christmas 2017. You got to get those like right away. People can make really good projections. They can say, hey, you know, it's trending this way. It's a lot of guesswork involved and a lot of like back numbers and like fingers crossed that like this is going to be the it toy. Let me like buy a bunch of them. But by the time you're realizing that, okay, this is going to be the main thing that people are going to be buying for, you can't find it, you know, because it's already bought, you know, when then people mark it up so much money. Last year they had those, remember they had those tiny Nintendos that were like, they were seriously like that big. They just came, they're coming out in like, ooh, next weekend, the weekend coming up, couple days. Oh my goodness, I'm looking at the calendar. Tiny Super Nintendos. People were paying like $80 for this little Nintendo with 30 games in it. And now you go looking for this tiny Nintendo and people are easily dropping $300 for $80 investment. You know, that's a good flip. So it's really hard to say this is going to definitely make you money. Keep your eyes, ears open, and be smart.
Okay, there's some things in the chat. Let me just actually read them out real quick. Carrie J is saying she's full of life. I like it. So she tends to like you. I hope you subscribe to her channel. And all the persons that are in the chat, hope you go over to her channel and subscribe. She will actually teach you a lot as it relates to selling stuff online. Justin Bennett is saying people are fighting over the tickle. Me, Elmo, haha. I'm not sure exactly what he's talking about, but you guys should understand. And Justin Bennett also said Nintendo Classic. And Carrie J is killing herself with a laugh. Also in the chat, AJA was asking if you sell any healing or natural products that is selling online. I doubt it very much. And so basically that's what's going in the chat now. But guys, if you have any more questions, put them in the chat and I'm more than happy to answer your questions. But back to what you were saying. You're saying that basically they have to do the groundwork. They have to actually go see what is there on the mannequins, see what are the trends, see what is selling and stuff like that, and then they will know that, hey, I can buy some of these stuff and sell them because this is what is trending for December. This is what is going to be trending for the Christmas season, for the summer season, and this is what we'll be selling. But a question that I have for you, because these guys on the chat, they're not very, they're interactive, but they're not very interactive as I am. So I have all the questions. So I have a question for you. The question that I want to ask you, so what about somebody that have no cash at all, but they want to get started with selling something online? Is there actually opportunity for them, and how they would actually go about this?
I actually started with zero cash. That's the hardest part. You've heard it from multiple people. You need money to make money. You need money to make money. Well, I don't have money. I was making X amount every single week, and I live in a very, like, I have to pay so many taxes. I was living paycheck to paycheck between me and my husband. Every penny, every dollar was pretty much accounted for. There wasn't much leeway. I was working to sustain. I wasn't working to live much. And it stinks, you know. So I wanted to make more money, and then when I started eBay in 2008, what I did was I sold my own things, and this gave me cash flow. I went around and I sold things that I had not worn in over a year. If you haven't worn it, lose it. You know, if it doesn't fit you, lose it. If you know, people are very spontaneous when they buy, especially like trinkets or toys or any knickknack like that. And they're like, I need this now. And then they use it for like a couple of days, and then it grows dust in the corner of a shelf somewhere. Well, what I did was I pretty much scoured my entire house, not like throughout the like couple of weeks. I would pick a corner and really ask myself, and then a lot of it I didn't want to give up. You know, like I had little mini collections. I sold a lot of Star Wars stuff that I was like, I really don't want to give this away. You know, I don't really want to like sell this, but do I actually need it? You know, and it was, I was trying to convince myself, no, I don't really. I love it, but I don't need it. I need money more. So what I did was I invested my own items, which was already spent money in my eyes. Like I had already bought whatever it was whenever I bought it. I already bought those pair of jeans. I already bought those Nikes over there or whatever. And I don't use it anymore. So it's sitting over there is, it's not making me any money, and I'm not getting any pleasure out of it because I'm not even using it anymore. And I just flipped my own product, and I came up with a small bankroll by listing my own items. And then it started, then my PayPal started getting bigger and bigger and bigger. And I started, you have to reinvest. If you start off with like nada and you start making a little money, that little bit of money becomes very tempting, you know, because you're like, wow, I just $350? Like, I started off with zero. Let me take that 350 and go do this, go do that, go have a weekend of it, you know, and then you're back at zero again. So you really need to take a good portion of it and get more things to sell to keep making more money. You have to keep, I have to source every week, sometimes 2 to 3 times a week. I have to do research, and I have to go get items, because if I don't have items to sell, how am I making money, right? So you don't need to have a lot of money. eBay is the easiest with zero money because you have stuff all around you. Amazon, you know, you need to have quite a few more things. And to create something, to create a t-shirt, to create actual items, you do need money for that. So my suggestion is to just scour your own house. Hey, ask your family, like the ones you're not embarrassed to. My mother-in-law, she is one of my biggest supporters physically with the clothing. She loves to shop. She shops. She's the kind of person that if she like buys a shirt in one color and she's like, I love this shirt, how many other colors do they have of this shirt? You know, so she'll have like blue, green, black shirt, all the same style. And every time she does, right now she just did the winter transition. She had to take her shorts out of her closet and put in the sweaters. And I got a whole bag of stuff. She said, here you go. Because usually she would just like either, she's thrown clothes out before, and that like hurts my head because there's people that need those clothes, people that don't have so much, you know. I yelled at her once for that. But, you know, now she just gives it to me. And I reinvest it. And that really helps build the bankroll too, because I never bought that product. So I'm up anything that it sells for. If it sells for $5, I'm up $5. If it sells for $50, I got $50 for free pretty much. You know, so I hope I answered your question. About the healing products though, that's not my thing. I know that there is a market for it. If there's anything for people to lose weight, look better, look younger, be the sexiest you can be, people are going to buy it. People are going to buy it. Like, that's the nature of the beast. We are human. Even if we say we're not, like, we want to look our best. And that's not what, like, my brand is, you know, that's not what I am. I've never once said, look at my lovely skin, I use this cream on it. You know, if I started off being like, I love eating healthy food and I love doing this, and that was kind of my image, it would make sense. So my branding persona doesn't like say anything about healing products. So just because there's money there, I'm not going there. So, yeah.
Okay. So, there's some things that are going on in the chat. Carrie J saying, I actually sell stuff on Mercury, sell stuff I haven't worn at all. So she's actually supporting what you're saying. If you don't have any cash to get started, you just look around your house and stuff that you don't want anymore, that you didn't wear, you can actually sell them. And Justin Bennett is actually reiterating what you're saying. He's saying actually, yes, reinvest the money. And I also supported that point, because remember that you weren't expecting this money. You were actually just living from your salary. So this is an extra income. So what you do, you sell those stuff and then you reinvest the money, buy more stuff and sell them again and keep the profit rolling. So Justin Bennett is asking another very interesting question also. He's asking, what do you think about ecstasy? Do they take too much off a cut from the money? Do you know about that?
Can you spell it?
It is spelled ETSY. I'm not sure.
Oh, Etsy.
Yeah.
Etsy. Okay, so I did have an Etsy store. Oh, that was a hobby though. My Etsy store, I create things. I told you I'm very creative. I just can't draw. I can sew. My grandmother was a seamstress. In Europe, my grandma had like when they came here, like that she had a shop. Like she can tailor, she can create dresses. So I grew up learning all that stuff. So I went through this mid 2000s thing where people were kind of refurbishing clothing. You know how people would like cut off the arms and like shred a shirt up and like, you know, kind of like DIY it. I would take an old shirt that, you know, was kind of frumpy, kind of ugly, and I would reinvent it and I would sew it. And I've made shirts into skirts, into dresses. I've made just, even from like just fabric, I've created things. So I would sell those on Etsy. Now, their fees were somewhat higher, but with Etsy, it's for the majority of it, it's handmade goods. That's their thing. They do handmade and they do vintage. And when you're thinking about both of those areas, they have a higher price point. You know, anything handmade, even if it's something small, something plain, something simple, is going to be a more expensive than if you got it from a factory in China. Way more expensive because there was physical man hours put into that. Like I took this piece of wood and I whittled this design into it, you know, and people will pay more for handmade stuff. So I believe what Etsy does is they're able to charge a higher fee because on average people have a higher selling point for their handmade goods. I don't agree personally with their, you know, business model. I don't sell on Etsy anymore. It was more a hobby. I couldn't create fast enough. You know, it took me about 2 weeks to create one item, sometimes a little sooner. You know, if it was more simple, like a skirt or something like that, maybe like a week and a half. My clothes were in a runway show, a local runway show for a rock station. Like I had a lot of fun doing it. It is still very fun to me, but I'm not a machine, so I can't make fast enough. So I just stopped doing it, and the fees weren't why I stopped doing it. It was because I wasn't making enough money for my time. Time is money. It's true.
So in the chat, Justin Benny is saying I make a lot of beadwork. So he seems to be a guy that is a creative one that make a lot of stuff with his hands. So would you suggest that since they actually can get a better price for the goods, that site is the best one for him, or you would suggest that he should try Amazon or actually eBay? What would be your suggestion to him based on your own online experience?
My suggestion to him is to not with Amazon with that. I would cross post on eBay. If you don't open up a store and you just post individual, you know, you pay like a 30-cent insertion fee. That's the only money you pay like up front. But you don't even have to pay it up front. They bill you every month, kind of like Etsy does, you know. And I say put them on both websites if you have multiples of them. If you're doing, say, a bunch of like one product, and do that for a couple of months, and then pay attention to your analytics. Not just your sales, not just like, ooh, I mean, because, you know, maybe your price points might be a tiny bit different on each site depending on like your final value, like what you're actually bringing in, depending on the fees. Pay attention to how many views you're getting on per site, how, you know, where people are paying attention to those items more. And then you're going to be able to tell like where to start dedicating, you know, your time and space to. Somebody had asked me about Mercury. I have sold on there. I don't anymore because, you know, I tried it. I've made a few sales on it. It was fine. I know a lot of people love it. It's not my cup of tea. I know about it. I prefer, there's an app that's very similar to it. It's called Poshmark. I have sold on Poshmark since 2013. I ride or die. I'm actually going to Posh Fest. They have a conference every year. I'm going It's on a Saturday in Chicago. So that's how much I'm for that. It's very similar though. You post it, you sell it. And yeah, you know, it depends on the person, but I didn't know I didn't like Mercury until I tried it, you know, and I cross-listed. I put one item on Mercury, one item on Poshmark, and I kind of, the same item, I'd cross-list it. I'd have one shirt, but I would list it on 2 sites. And when one sold on one site, I would immediately go to the other site and delete the listing or deactivate it. You have to really stay up on your, if you're going to cross-list, you have to stay up on it. Because if you're just like, yeah, I'll get home and I'll take it off of eBay or I'll take it down off of Etsy, what happens if it sells to another person? 2 people bought one shirt. That would be horrible, you know, or one beaded thing. Like, that would be horrible. So if you're going to cross-list, keep up on it. But that's the only way I was able to tell that I prefer Poshmark over Mercury, because I did cross-list on both. I paid attention to how much I liked they have their own algorithms too. You know, how many people are actually viewing your item? You know, how are people coming to view your item? Is it through searching it? Is it through a feed like Twitter? Like, what's going, how? And I realized that Poshmark's for me, and it's not for everybody. So that's my suggestion is, you know, do Etsy and maybe one other venue and kind of, you know, see what takes off. But pay attention.
Okay. So in the chat, we have Justin Bennett saying, awesome. He actually liked the advice that you gave him, so he could actually do cross posting. He's saying so you could actually do cross posting, and he's saying he liked that. And he's saying, did ST takes out monthly fee? He's asking that. Didn't you answer the question? I think you answered the question already. Yeah. But you could answer it again just for him to reiterate. Maybe he actually lose focus of the stream or something like that. But guess who we have in the house? We have Paper Object. He's saying that he's late. Paper Object, you're actually late. But we can still answer any question that you might have as it relates to how you can actually earn a full-time salary online based on the traffic that you get from your YouTube channel and stuff like that. Because, you know, the AdSense money is not that much and all that. So we are looking at different options of how we can actually earn full-time salary online. So Paper Object put the questions in the chat and we'll be answering the questions. And Carrie J is saying, Poshmark, I gotta try that. All right. Paper Object is saying, cool, I need the formula. Okay, so I'm gonna actually run down the formula for you real quick, Paper Object. Because Karen have been talking a lot, so I'm just gonna give her a little time to maybe just give her a little rest. So I'm gonna actually run down the formula for you real quick. Let me see if I can do it in like 30 seconds. So it's actually work. There are actually 4 main places where you can actually sell your stuff online. Because I've been learning a lot from Karen. So if you're a person that create very creative stuff, they're very awesome, and it's stuff that you make with the hand, then ST would be the best site for you to sell them on. So, and they're saying ST can get very good price for you. So ST already have the traffic. So all you have to do is to sign up with ST and post your items there and sell them. But if you're a person that is just going to create some normal t-shirts or stuff like that with Paper Object on them and stuff like that and to sell them online, you would actually have 2 options. You will actually have Amazon and eBay. Now, Amazon, how Amazon work is that you can actually purchase your t-shirt, get your name printed on them, but it can work for any stuff. But we're just using t-shirt as an example. Get your name printed on them, then you actually ship them out to Amazon. Amazon will ship them to all the various stores across the globe. And then when somebody actually make a purchase on your Amazon site, Amazon will ship them to them. You get the money in your account. Basically, in a nutshell, that's how it works. But if you're just starting out and you don't have a lot of cash to start out, she's saying that what you will do is to look around your house. There's things that you might have there that you're no longer using that you can actually sell. And eBay would be good for that. So you'd actually list the stuff on eBay and sell them and ship them to the persons when they actually make the purchase, and eBay will actually give you the money to your PayPal account. And I think you already have a PayPal account. Everybody does have a PayPal account. It's so easy to get a PayPal account. And what will happen is that you should actually reinvest this money so you can get more inventory to purchase more goods, and then you'll see your business growing little by little until, hey, you can just quit the day job. You'll now have a big business online. So that's basically how it works. So Paper Object, I know you have a man that have a lot of questions all the time. So that is the formula. So let me know if you get the formula, if you have more questions as related to the formula. Justin Bennett is saying, has anyone used paid content option on YouTube yet? Creating paid content had about sponsorship deal as well. Have you looked for companies? Paid content, are you talking about sponsorship deal? Justin Bennett, let us know more clearly what questions you asking. If you're asking about sponsorship deal, are you asking about the new feature that YouTube actually just came up with? And Paper Object is saying, well, my dad makes clothing for stores, so we have a t-shirt making machine and stuff like that. But so your dad make them for the store and actually sell them to the store. But what he could be doing is actually sell them himself. If he made them, he could be selling them himself online. And I think you'd make more money because the store might be purchasing them at a smaller price to sell them in the store to make a profit. But what he could do is sell them himself, make them and sell them himself on Amazon. So Paper Object, let me know what you think about that. So Paper Object is saying, okay, I think I know the formula and stuff like that. So Carrie J was saying, cool, Paper Object, you should try entering into that business. And so that's what's going on in chat. But I'm actually seeing where what 8 persons are watching, but some persons are just watching, they're not saying anything in the chat. But guys, if you have any question, I noticed that sometimes the stream go up to 10 persons and stuff like that. Some persons are actually not participating in the chat. But guys, if you have any questions, please put them in the chat. We will be more than happy to answer your question. And please remember to check out Thrifty Flamingo YouTube channel and subscribe over there. She have very awesome stuff over there where you learn a lot. Also, you guys can check out my Patreon account. I just launched it a few days ago if you want more personal and upfront information with me also. So basically, that's what is going on in the chat. But I have a question for you, Karen. Or is there anything else that you have to add before I ask you a question?
No, I can say something. Go on.
So some persons might be thinking that, hey, I don't have anything around the house that I need to sell right now, and this seems to be a very slow thing to get started. What would be your advice to them?
It's not going to happen overnight. So I have this little sign, like a little wooden sign that I found at like a consignment store in my house. And it says, the dream is free, the hustle is sold separately. So it's hard work. It's not going to be handed to you on a silver platter. I didn't just quit my job because I made a couple of dollars selling something on eBay. No way. I had to have consistency. So if you don't really have anything around the house, you have to get creative. You have to kind of, think outside of the box. So where can you and me, where can we get free items that nobody wants, but that are worth something? Craigslist is one good place. I have recently been introduced on Instagram through somebody that pretty much all he does is he goes on Craigslist and he looks at, there's a whole tab for free hot tub, free this, you move it, you take it, whatever. And it's not that the items are, maybe some of them, but not that they're all like crap. Sometimes people are just like, they're moving or they just don't want it anymore, and get it out of my house, you can have it. And they know it's worth something, but they don't want to go through the time to list it online, to go through what we're trying to build here. They're just the average person who's not building this brand. So scour any free website like that for items that people may be looking to give away. I know that sometimes people also give away free clothing in lots. They're saying like, hey, free bag of like infant clothing. Think about it, children's clothing, like little kids. This is a huge market because kids grow out of their clothing faster than you could buy it pretty much. You buy like the 2T outfit for them and you put it on them. Next week, they're already into another outfit already. And it's like, well, they only wore that once or twice. So, you know, parents, new parents, parents that have multiple kids, it's a lot of money to dress kids, you know, so they're going to try to find cheaper clothes. And some of them they just have all these clothes and they're like, take them. If you have a kid, take them, you know, so think outside of the box. You could also ask relatives if you're comfortable doing that, not for money. I know a lot of times when either it's like embarrassment or sometimes you want to ask a close family member or a friend and you're not sure they're going to understand. I mean, I have people close to me in my life that still don't quite get what I do. And I've laid it out for them. I've shown them my websites. I show them where I sell. I've shown them like my sales reports. I'm like, what don't you understand? You know, and you know, so there's going to be people that just don't get it, and that's okay. You know, it doesn't mean that you're doing anything wrong. But if you're comfortable asking them, you're like, hey, you know, Mom, I know that you love to read all these books, but are you going to reread them? No? Hey, can I take a look at them? You know, or can I, you know your people. I don't know your people, you know, but kind of think outside of the box.
Okay, I got what you're saying. Some persons were saying, Justin Bennett is saying in the chat, how about sponsorship deal as well? Have you looked for companies? Well, I'm going to hand that over to you, but I'm going to give him a little tip as it relates to sponsorship deal. Justin Bennett, as it relates to sponsorship deal, just a tip off my head, there are 2 websites that you can actually go to land sponsorship deal. I'm not sure about the numbers on your channel, but if you have 5,000 subscribers or more, you can actually go on Famebit. You can spell Famebit. Famebit is where most of the big companies are. So you can go there and actually try to get a sponsorship deal with items that are fitting to your channel and to your niche. Don't try to sell your subscribers something that they're they're just not interested in. So Famebit is one option, but another option that recently started out, and if you look on my channel, you can see I did an entire stream about it, answering a lot of questions about it and actually introduce it to persons. It's known as Seeding It Up. So they actually try to look for smaller YouTubers because they know that Famebit is looking for the bigger ones. So they actually try to create a market from the smaller YouTubers and actually try to connect these YouTubers with companies that actually want to work with smaller YouTubers. In fact, they also do your Facebook account and your Facebook page, not your first Facebook personal account, your Facebook page, and they think they do Twitter also. So that's actually a site that you can actually check out for sponsorship deal. So I hope that answers your question, Justin Bennett. And if not, you can let me know in the chat. And some person were saying that we're logging. I hope we stop logging now and we're fine now. I think we should be fine, but I think it's the internet. Okay, so Carrie J is saying login stop over here. So awesome, that's great. What about you, Justin Bennett, and other person that is watching? Guess who is in the house? Dad's Palmer is in the house. How are you doing, man? He's saying howdy. So basically, that is what in the chat. Guys, if you have any more questions, you can actually answer it, but I'm just gonna allow Karen to add her little tip of advice as it relates to what Justin Bennett is saying about how sponsorship deal work and if you'd actually approach any company about sponsorship deal. I doubt it very much, but I'll allow you to add your bit to it. Karen, over to you.
Okay, so I'm just gonna add on to what you say. It depends on multiple factors in the individual. Most companies aren't going to look at you if you have small subscribers, you know. So it depends on how many people you have as a subscriber. I'm not going for that yet. I just started YouTube three and a half months ago. Nope, almost 4 months ago. And so I'm growing still. I have my goals. So this is really important. If you ever want anything to happen, especially financially, you need to have goals. And I'm not just saying, I want to make money. Everybody wants to make money. I'm saying what you need to do is you need to get out a pen and you need to get out a piece of paper and you need to write down, in 1 year, I want to have this happen. And be realistic. Don't just say, I want $1 million. You know, last year, and it's almost been a year, my 1 year goal was to get out of my condo. Now, that is a financial thing. I'm looking to get out of my condo and I'm buy a house. Well, I'm moving into a house in December, so I'm very excited about that. Now, does that mean that it's always going to come true? No. But what it does is it keeps you on track, actually writing it out and being specific with yourself, saying, I'm going to do this. Maybe you want to get sponsored or, you know, seek out sponsors. I could talk. Talking so long, that's what's happening. You know, partly that can be part of your goal, but you would have to, it depends. I have no idea, you know, how many people your channel is. That is not in my equation yet. You know, your goals can change. Say you write out a 1 year, 3 year, 5 year, and 10 year. 10 years is a very long time. What if in like 2 years, all of a sudden, like your 5 year goal already gets hit? You obviously have to go back, scribble them out, and readjust from there. So right now, they're not in my immediate goal, but I'm also very open to it as well. And every year I reevaluate. Every year I look back and I say, okay, where am I at? You know, what happened and where to go from here. So if you just keep living day by day by day by day and you don't actually give yourself any kind of like solid point to aim for, how are you going to know when you get there? You know, you're not really going to know. Some people, this is a number. Some people say, I want to make X amount of money, or I want X amount of subscribers. I want to hit 5,000 subscribers. I want to hit, you know, however many subscribers. I mean, if that's your thing, that's your thing. These are personal goals. So sure, write that down. But you should know how you're going to obtain that goal too. Don't just say, I want to have X amount of subscribers and, you know, not know how you're going to do it. There's multiple information out there. You know, we keep saying it, knowledge is power. You know, you have to be able to get your goal as well.
So let me see if I can actually simplify this for Justin, but I think he has some more questions in the chat. But as soon as he put his question in the chat, we'll be answering them. So I want to simplify this thing for him to let him get a fair understanding of what's going on. So if you're a small YouTuber, that means you don't have a lot of traffic yet. So if you don't have a lot of traffic yet, what you have to do is borrow traffic. So you have to borrow other people's traffic to actually make money. So you're going to have to be selling your own product or service, and you're going to borrow people traffic. So you're going to borrow eBay traffic. eBay already have millions of person visit the website. They will establish. Are you going to have to borrow Amazon traffic? So that is how you actually do it. And then over time, YouTube is a process. You are going to develop your own traffic yourself. When you develop your own traffic now, you can sell them anything. You can sell them your product, or you can sell them other people's product through a sponsorship deal. But first, before you can think about sponsorship deal, you have to first develop that audience. Anything you want to call it. You want to call it subscribers, you want to call it views, you want to call it traffic, it's the same thing. So you first have to develop that audience. And how do we actually do that? It's just like we're doing now. Information is valuable in the today's world. So what you have to do, you can't just get up and try to sell people things just like that. You first have to add value to them, consistently add value to them over and over again. And after you have been consistently adding value to them, they're going to actually say, hey, this guy add value to me. He have to help me. He teach me how to do this. And now I'm learning this from him. And then you can say, I'm selling you this. And they will be more than happy to purchase from you because they have developed a trust from you because you have been adding value to them consistently. So that's basically the process. So if you want to sell other people's stuff, you have to develop that traffic or that audience first. If you don't have that traffic, you have to borrow that traffic. The best places where we're telling you to borrow the traffic: Amazon, Mercury, eBay, ST, and all those websites that already have traffic. So that is what those traffic did. That's what those websites did to develop traffic. I think Amazon have the most traffic. So let me know if that answers your question. I'm checking in the chat right now, and Karen can add her own to that. So over to you, Karen. Anything that you want to add to that?
That's why all of these websites, no matter if it's what style it is, they charge you some kind of fee. They either charge you a monthly fee, they charge you a final value fee, they bill you whatever. They bill you up front. But they always require money because they're benefiting you more than you're benefiting them, because they're the one that has all this traffic coming to their site already. And so for you to sell your stuff on it, they need to make money off of it. You know, it's like I scratch your back, you scratch mine. So that's why it's not free. It would be great if it was, but it's not.
So we're actually we started 8 o'clock, and if my time is correct, I'm actually seeing that we're going for 1 hour and 45 minutes. So we didn't actually anticipate that we were going to go for 2 hours. So what I will actually do, I will actually give you guys about 5 minutes. That should be good. So we're giving 5 minutes more for any other pressing questions that you guys may have, to put them in the chat, and we're more than happy to answer your questions. But while you're thinking about your questions and you're putting them in the chat, I'm just going to actually do like what they call summarization of everything that I've learned just far. So I'm actually just giving you guys about 5 minutes, and I know Karen have been going for a long time, and it's her first time. It's not like me that I'm accustomed to be talking very long. So we're gonna actually give you 5 minutes. We still have like 6 persons watching. Any other questions you guys have? What are the 6 persons that are watching? Let me know in the chat if you have any final questions, anything that you want to say to Karen, anything you want to ask me. Put them in the chat, and I'll be more than happy to answer your questions. So let me just summarize this while you're thinking about your questions. So to summarize everything, as I was saying in the beginning, there are 3 main ways to earn money online, especially as it relates to your YouTube channel. So the first way, of course, that most smaller YouTube earn is through AdSense. But we are saying that the AdSense is going to be very small, so you're not going to earn a full-time living from that. So you don't want to actually focus on that way. The second way is through sponsorship deal. And as it relates to sponsorship deal, is the same thing, because the big companies are not going to look at you if you don't have good amount of traffic or good numbers on your website. So the best way to sustain yourself or to earn a full-time salary as a small YouTuber is to actually sell your own goods or service. So for me, myself, I actually have a salon, and I actually promote it online, and we actually earn a good money from that. For Karen, she actually quit her day job. She was an educator, and she actually sell products online, mainly clothing. But how can you get started with this? The websites, Amazon, eBay, Mercury, and all those sites. So I'm just gonna give you a quick rundown of how the process actually works. So to get started with this, what you need to do is to sign up with Amazon or eBay. You need to have the stuff. If you don't have any stuff that you actually print t-shirts and stuff like that, eBay would be the better choice. You can sell anything around your house on eBay. You will get paid through your PayPal account. For Amazon, if you have more stuff, you can sell them on Amazon. You get paid in your account just the same. And basically, that's how it works. So basically, those sites, as I said many times, will already have the traffic. So guys, if you have any questions, put them in the chat. If not, if you don't have any questions, I'm going to actually end the live stream. And I want to thank everybody for coming on to the live stream and participated. And it was, for me, it was a good stream. And for anybody that is watching it on the replay, they will actually learn a lot. There was a lot of value that was added today. So if you guys don't have any more questions, I want to thank you again. And I want to also thank Karen for coming on and sharing her knowledge with us. We actually believe that knowledge is power. Any final words that you want to add to say, Karen? Justin is saying, just before you start, Justin is saying, great stream. Any other final things you guys want to say, put them in the chat. Over to you, Karen. Anything final thing that you want to say? How was it for you? How was your first time?
Yeah, no, this was awesome. You guys have been great. I wore this shirt. Knowledge is power, just for you guys. You guys, you know, Schoolhouse Rock? No, yeah. So this was great. It was a good learning experience. Because knowledge is power, I've never done this before. I really hope I've brought you guys some value as well. I know we all come from different aspects and we're doing different things, but I hope I've brought some kind of value to you.
And in this video, I will be linking up the description to her channel in the description. But they're all asking. They didn't get it. They say, "What's the channel name? What's the channel name? What's the channel name?" So I'm just gonna allow you to tell them what's the channel name.
The Thrifty Flamingo.
You want to spell it for them?
I'm gonna type it into the chat right now.
Okay.
There it is. That's my YouTube channel name.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. So now they see it in the chat, so they can click on it from the chat. But I will be putting it in the description of the video if you're watching this on the replay. So I think it was a great stream, and they want to check out your channel. Carrie J is saying amazing, because she have like a beauty channel, and she what she does is that, let me see if I can explain for her properly. She would buy a lot of stuff just to do her videos, because she do videos, beauty videos, beauty and lifestyle. But after doing those videos, she don't have any use for some of those stuff. So a good thing for her is to actually resell them online on eBay and stuff like that. But I think she have been using Mercury. So I think this was a lot of value that was added today for her. So I want to thank you again for coming in. High five.
Yeah, thank you for having me. This was awesome. I'm gonna high five.
So guys, we're just about the 5-minute mark. Any final thing you guys want to say in the chat? I'm watching the chat. I know Carrie J must have something to say final. So I'm gonna watch in the chat. But what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna end the live stream, but we're gonna still be connected together so we can talk. Okay? You got me? You got me, Karen?
Yep.
Yeah, when I end it, we will still be connected so we can talk after that.
Okay, awesome.
Okay, Justin Bennett is also saying high five. And Carrie J saying all the best, guys. Have a good one. You too, Carrie J. And you guys also have a good night. Thank you for joining. We're gonna end the live stream now. So we're gonna be out. I'm gonna click the button now. All right, so that's it.